Words appear. Whose Plant Life is it anyway? In association with Sterling Creations and VIP Tech Productions present Ask Donna. Donna Jodhan answers your questions and offers you tips and tricks on being an author, an expert, a sight loss coach, and an advocate. Ask Donna, the author.
Hello there, and greetings from me, Donna, at the Ask Donna show. And I hope that everyone is having a terrific week, and I hope that everyone is planning to have a good day. I want to thank you for tuning in to my show for yet another week. I know that many of us are preparing for the holiday weekend. I know I am. So I hope that everyone's good. And I would like to thank my good friend, advisor, and mentor, Victor Guvia, for giving me this opportunity to again be with you for yet another week. It is so much fun for me when I get the chance to wear a different hat every week. For the first week, I wear my advocacy hat. The second week, which is this week, I wear my author's hat. For the third week, I wear my coach's hat. And for the fourth week of the month, I wear my so-called expert hat. So for this week, we're going to put on our author's hat and see what happens here. Okay? Right. For this week, as an author, I would like to talk to you about the sounds of water. Okay? And when you think of the sounds of water, you think of falling rain, you think of a babbling brook, you think of a fast-flowing river, or even a gently flowing river. Or you could think of, falling water. You could think of the ocean as well. It's not too early in the year to think of the ocean now. Yeah, the ocean. So, these are the sounds of water that I have successfully used as an author to get myself all ready, to create, to stimulate, to enhance, to refresh, all kinds of things. It's all about stimulating your imagination and sparking your creative juices into action. These are the two things, really, the two most important things that any author uses in order to get going, in order to be on track. Your imagination and your creative juices. The sounds of water. Just think of falling rain on a morning as you lie in bed. You're listening to the rain gently falling and, like hitting against your windows. Yeah, falling rain. A babbling brook as you take a walk in the gardens or anywhere outdoors. You listen to the babbling brook as it goes by, or even a fast-flowing river or a gently flowing river. The sounds of water. Or you know what? You can even use a fountain to help you out. Turn on your fountain and voila, you can hear the sounds of water as it flows. So, you might tell me, oh gosh, I'm not close to a brook or a babbling brook or a river. Try out the fountain technique and tell me what you think. Okay? So, what does the sounds of water do to you? It refreshes you, it recharges you, or recharges your battery. Trust me when I tell you this, just the sounds of water helps you to get all refreshed, all recharged, all regurgitated. It's refreshing. It's also inspiring. It gets you to start thinking. The sounds of water. I wish I could imitate the sounds of water, but I'm not even going to try for today. But, follow me when I tell you it's refreshing, it's inspiring, and it also fills your heart, your soul, and your mind with hope. Yes, indeed, we could do with a lot of hope these days. There's so many things, or are so many things, surrounding us and grabbing our attention. And they all need us to keep on hoping. Hoping, hoping. Well, I'd like to now turn to my online newsletter. It's called the Blind Lifestyle Newsletter. It's monthly. It's free. And it presents you not just with a plethora of technical news. It also presents you with a bunch or a bundle of tips that you can use to help you out in your home. For example, to save foods, to protect your foods, to keep foods safe and fresh. Also to help you around your kitchen with regard to cleaning up and things like that. Lots and lots of tips for you. And also in there you find an article on catching up with the coach. That's me. And another article on Ask the Coach, a question that I answer, or questions that I answer every month. So there's a lot for you to read and subscribe to for free. You can subscribe to my monthly newsletter by going to www.donnajodhan.com/subscribe. And that's DONNAJODHAN. Again, www.donnajodhan.com/subscribe. Okay? And you can read more by going to www.donnajodhan.com/TBLN. There you would be able to catch up on all my back issues. Okay? Right. Let's move on to my mental stretch. And what is my mental stretch all about? Well, it's all about using one of our senses every week to stretch our mental psyche, to stretch our mental abilities and our mental capabilities. You have your physical stretch, you have all kinds of different stretches. Well, here comes my mental stretch. And I promise you that this is a technique that I developed for myself, that I've been using for the last 2 years. I use it any time of the day, whenever I feel it necessary. I can use it first thing in the morning, while I lie in bed waiting to, get myself out of bed. I use it at mid-morning when I feel a bit lazy and feel a bit lethargic. I use my mental stretch. I can use it after lunch. After I've had a meal, I want to stretch and to get all the kinks and chunks out of my neck and back. I could use it last thing in the evening before I fall asleep. Yes, I'd like you to try my mental stretch, okay? So, let's use one of our senses for this week. And for this week, we're going to use the sense of smell. Ah, yes. Just think of it, the sense of smell. Good, pleasant smells that tickle your nostrils, stimulate your imagination, and spark your creative juices. Nice, pleasant smells. Think of this type of smell. The smell of fresh cut grass. It's springtime, fresh cut grass. Nothing better than being able to enjoy the smell of fresh cut grass. And you do this as you walk through the park, as you walk along the sidewalk, and you hear the lawnmowers mowing away fresh cut grass. Inhale it and see what you think. What about the smell of falling rain? You know, we take falling rain for granted. We think that falling rain is just a sound, but you know what? The sound of rain is perpetuated by the smell of falling rain. So what I'm trying to say here, let's just go back to the fresh cut grass. One of our senses sparks another sense, okay? The smell of fresh cut grass sparks you to go and touch that grass. Yeah, nice, soft, damp grass. Okay, let's come back here to falling rain. And falling rain, the smell of it is fresh, pungent, and pungent in a lovely way. And that smell of falling rain, the smell of falling rain gets you into using the sound of falling rain. So you see, what I'm trying to do here is have a combination of senses. I start you off with the sense of smell, and that sense of smell would spark another sense into helping you out. So for fresh cut grass, we have sound, and for falling rain, again, we have sound. How about fresh paint? I associate fresh paint with getting things done at around Christmas time or holiday time in November, December. But a lot of people do painting at springtime. It's one of the favorite activities that people use. And the smell of fresh paint, no, there is no sound to it. No, there is no taste to it. No, there is no touch to it. It's all on its own, the smell of fresh paint. What does that do? For me, it encourages me to make a commitment to do something fresh and new at springtime. To do something that will bring change, good change to my life. Fresh paint, the smell of fresh paint. Okay, it's time for me to wrap my show. But before I go, I would like to give you an email address where you can send me your feedback, your suggestions, your thoughts, and I'm really, really encouraging you to do this. Send me an email at askdonnaonmyblindlife@gmail.com. Again, askdonnaonmyblindlife@gmail.com. Let me spell that for you. askdonnamyblindlife@gmail.com. Ask Donna on myblindlife@gmail.com. I want to thank you for having tuned in. I want to thank you for sending me your thoughts and feedback. I am looking forward to receiving more of these. I want to thank my good friend, mentor, advisor, and associate Victor Guvia for giving me this wonderful chance. I wish you a great holiday weekend, and I look forward to being with you again next week. Happy day, happy week. Take care now, and I'll see you next week.
Tune in every Wednesday mornings at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Pacific for Ask Donna on Whose Blind Life Is It Anyway?